Hey guys, welcome back to Diablo 3, EleventyTen here, and today we're going to quickly look at a build for Season 11 that I want to run, and it's the Singularity Skeletal Mage build that runs out of the Rathma's Bone set. Rathma's Bone set, as you can see here, the 6-piece bonus gives you 625% damage per Skeletal Mage that's active up to a max of 2500. And this set is actually part of Hadric's gift for Season 11, which means it is extremely easy to get hold of these items to start with. So what is the build? First of all, we'll say that this is a variation of this build that I'm running. Many different ways to run this build. This is the way that's currently least boring for me. Skeletal Mage Singularity is the main source of DPS here, along with your command skeletons, of course. But the Singularity Mage, it does more damage per essence consumed, and it consumes all current essence to summon one Skeletal Mage. So that's where your main damage comes from. Let's look at the items first before we get into the other pieces. So the 6-piece bonus for Rathma, obviously. Looking at legendary gems, currently I'm running Zaystone of Vengeance, Enforcer, and Bane of the Trapped. So Zaystone of Vengeance typically wasn't something that I had considered before, but I've seen that a couple of the higher end characters on the ladder are using it, so I was curious and to try it out. Seems to be working out okay. You do stand quite a good distance from your enemies a lot of the time. 20% chance to stun is pretty good, so yeah, it's been working out for me, and I'm using that with Unity. Circle of Nailuge's Evol is actually the one that I'm running here that is carrying my Enforcer gem. Enforcer speaks for itself. Could be a higher level, but hey. And this particular ring gives me additional duration on my Skeletal Mage. A poor roll. Instead of 4 seconds, I'm getting 2, but you know, what can you do? Haunt of Vaxo is running out of my Bane of Trapped. And this is just personal preference here. I like to get the extra clones when I stun somebody. So, you know, probably ideally you'd be running a Hellfire Amulet with an extra passive in there. Tasker and Theo I'm running specifically because I don't have, rather it's on the character instead of in the cube, because I don't have 2 copies of it. I don't want to cube it without having another copy to use somewhere else. I like to swap this between my other characters. So if I get another drop, I'll put this in the cube. Otherwise it would have the Rathma's gloves in there. The Raylina Shadowhook is the main weapon. Again, this would be on the cube, but I don't have a good replacement. So every point of maximum essence increases your damage by 0.5%, and bone spikes generate extra essence per enemy hit. And my belt, I'm running Krelms with Krelms Bracers, simply because of the set bonus, or rather the knockback and stun, and the 25% run speed. I'm not running Decrepify. If I was, I would be playing with Dainty's Binding and Reaper's Wraps. So that's one variation. If you put in Decrepify instead of Revive, throw in Dainty's Bindings and Reaper's Wraps. Okay, looking at the cube, currently I'm running Furnace, Requiem Serraplate, and Ring of Royal Grandeur. Replace Ring of Royal Grandeur with Crispin Sentence, replace Requiem Serraplate with Tasker and Theo, and replace the Furnace with Raylina Shadowhook if you have the items to do so. These are a decent substitute in the meantime. This gives me extra essence regeneration, which helps with my Singularity, and sometimes it goes over the top, which helps with even higher power Singularity Mages. So it's doing me okay until I get a good replacement. Alright, so the spells, I'm using Bone Spikes, Path of Bones, simply to synergize with Zaystone of Vengeance, so it does more damage the further away you are. Skeletal Mage Singularity we saw there. Bone Armor Dislocation is synergizing with my Haunt of Vaxo, and Haunt of Vaxo also synergizes with my Zaystone of Vengeance, come to think of it. Command Skeletons Dark Mending, simply to keep me alive. Revive Purgatory, when your revive minions die, they go back into corpses, which is a good clutch heal if you need it from Devour Aura, or just recycling the revives to get them back up again. And Devour Aura. I'm lazy, I don't like to spam Devour when I need it, so I put the Aura on. Personal preference. Passives, Life from Death, Overwhelming Essence, which is important because you need to synergize with your Raylina Shadowhook, and also the maximum essence that you can have for this Singularity Mage. Extended Servitude goes without saying, and Final Service just to keep you alive again. So that's pretty much the build. Now, as it runs for me, I think I've cleared 60, 65 or so, but I haven't really pushed that hard in the past 2 weeks for farming because I've had other stuff going on outside of Diablo, and season 11 starting tomorrow. So I'll push properly in season 11, see where I get to. But the Singularity Mage has been proven to be able to hit GR95 with different variations. I believe the Dainty's Binding Decrepify version also had Frailty Aura at cast instead of Devouring Aura. Rather, had Frailty Curse as cast instead of Devouring Aura, and may have run Blood Rush instead of Bone Armor. And obviously more ancient items and ancient augmented items. Half of my gear isn't actually ancient, so yeah, there's definitely room for improvement for this version. I know that for a fact, and I'm not going to push too hard to farm that up. But it's certainly an interesting build and very easy to get going. So even if you're going with a standard 6-piece Rathma build, you don't have to go with Singularity Mage. You can go with any other Skeletal Mage. But it's very important to get your Evol for the 2 mages per cast up to 4 extra seconds. It's very important to get your Raelina Shadowhook and your Crispin Sentence for the extra DPS. And it's also important to get Tasker and Theo. They're critical to the build. Other than that, Extended Servitude would be quite important, as well as Overwhelming Essence. And you probably have a little bit of playroom with most everything else. So, including Zay's Stone of Vengeance, I think you could probably replace that. And my mind's completely going blank right now as to what you can replace it with. I've seen someone run Molten Wildebeest Gizzard for survivability. So that's an option. I don't really know. Moratorium I've seen, or rather Esoteric Alteration, I've seen people run that too for survivability. Yeah, I don't know. Myself, I don't personally think it's that great, at least not in this build. You could of course run something like Bane and Stricken, but it's probably not that good. So yeah, I mean, Pain Enhancer, if you've got high crit chance, I got 35% crit chance, is pretty good, so Pain Enhancer might not be too bad. But that's the build, guys. Like I said, it'll take a little bit of tweaking. There's many different ways you can play it to be effective. I play to have fun. I don't play to hit the top of the leaderboard. Quite frankly, I get bored if it's not an active build. So this is one of the more active pet builds that you can get because you're constantly trying to refill your essence to pop a new mage. And yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to getting started. Hopefully I'll be able to get another video out maybe for an alternate build. I was looking at a barbarian build, and I was looking at a fun farming sorceress build or wizard build, wizard build, but I don't know if I'll be able to get that content out as I'm still in the middle of moving house, and we're moving in 3 days, so we're doing a lot of stuff that is not me sitting at Diablo 3. In any case, thanks for watching. Hope you got some good information, and I'll see you guys next time.